How's it going, guys? And welcome to RC Cincy Extras. Today we have the Razor scooter. I did a full unboxing and initial thoughts on this. Please feel free to check that video out. I like the metal frame construction. There's the lockout right there, latch system. We did the lights, everything, how to control this. Please check out that video. We fully charged it for 12 hours just like I recommended. So press and hold for a few seconds. Let it go. We have no cruise control, so we'll leave it in sport. We'll leave it in miles per hour, fully charged battery, and one time for the lights. 1, 2, 3, 4. We enable cruise control. Do 4 again to disable it. Brake, gas, of course a foot brake. When you apply it, the lights flash. So that's a really nice touch. Light in the front. So you have to kick off. You have to be doing at least 3 miles per hour or 5 kilometers for it to start. So this is kind of sketchy going downhill first, but I guess it doesn't matter. So you ready, honey?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Let me try again getting up faster. It is going uphill, so the other ones I had would go a little faster, I guess. Got it 13, 14, 15. So, one thing I did notice, the brake is decent for the electric, not the most grabbiest. I didn't try the foot brake, I'm sure it works fine. When you're in cruise control mode, a little red LED lights up with the cruise control sign. I just rode up and down, it went down 1 notch. It's only have 10-mile range, but it probably did that just from riding it. The cells, you know, activating. But you do have to kick off quite a bit. Do you see that? 350 watts is decent power, and I'm a big heavy guy. So let's go ahead and just talk about it a little bit more. Okay, so we came from outside. It was really cold, so we made a fire. So the big takeaways from riding this. It rides good. The air in the front tire really makes a big difference, a big size tire. Of course, it has a smaller tire. Of course, it has air as well. Smaller tire for the back, so you'll notice that right away. The frame is solid, the build quality solid, the grips feel good. As far as performance, out of the 3 scooters I've had, this is the least performing scooter. Now let me explain why. Honestly, I'm right at the weight limit. So other folks are gonna get better performance than I am. For reference, the KKA red scooter advertised 15.5 miles per hour. it was getting anywhere from 16 to 17 miles per hour on flat ground with my weight. So that's very impressive. It said it only had like a 250 watt or maybe it's a 350 watt motor. Can't remember anymore, but I think it was more like 250. I don't know if it was the tires or the way it delivered, the speed control or what it was, but it had more umph than this. It was really torquey. It was front wheel drive, kind of torquey. Down hills, I could get it to go 22, 23, 24 miles per hour. As far as the Alpha, was the fastest by far at all of them. Flat ground, 20 with 220. So I'm right at that weight limit, and it would still do 20 miles per hour flat ground. Of course, had the most powerful motor being 51, weird number, 51 watts. 36 volts, all of them were 36 volts. All of them were around 5.0 or 5.2 milliamp hour battery. So I think they were all ion. I'm pretty sure about that as well. And this one having 350 watts, you would think it would be as fast as the red one, but it was actually the slowest out of the bunch. On flat ground, it would push, it would get up to 15. It would take a second. It would do like 10 and 12. It would slowly build up to 15. You could probably go 15 miles an hour, but even going downhill, it would limit itself to 15 miles an hour. I don't know if that's the size wheel in the back, as fast as it could spin, or what the factor is, or if it applies brake after 15 miles per hour as a safety thing. I don't know. That could be possible. I had in sport mode, I had the light on, and I had cruise control on. Not that it matters. It's peppy in the beginning, isn't it? Like, when you give it gas, it's peppy. I like that. Hill climb, the weakest out of the three, by far. I could do 12 to 13 miles per hour with the yellow one, with the red one up that hill that way. With the Alpha, I could do like 16, 17. This one did like 7 or 8, if that. So its hill climbing capabilities is not as good. It still went. I didn't have to kick, and that's not the most aggressive hill either. But going down full speed, it just topped off at 15. You can feel it kind of restraining itself. So there is that. Is that a bad thing? Not necessarily, especially if you get this for like a 14 or 15-year-old kid or something, whatever, I don't know, whatever. It's completely up to the parents. It says 18 or older on the box, but with parental supervision, it's completely up to the parents. But if a teenager that weighs, 100 pounds, this thing might scoot way faster. But it's nice. It might get there faster, but it's nice that it's not going to let them go over 15 miles an hour. You get up to the 24, 25 down a steep hill, you can really get hurt. Not that you can't get hurt doing 15 miles an hour, but it's a lot more likely. So as far as the electric brake, it's not bad. Probably the weakest out of the bunch as well, unfortunately. It's not super strong. You don't want it to be throwing you off when you hit the brake. Of course, you have the back brake, so that is a bonus. That will help stop you no matter what this is doing. The lights were okay. I like the fact that the brake lights kick on. It felt comfortable to ride. It felt solid. Nothing felt weak. I didn't feel like I was in danger at any time. So they're all solid, but there's just different brackets of performance. Now, the red one was just under 400, 368 on sale. Now they may be cheaper, don't know. The black one was 400, maybe on sale now, maybe 350 or 399. Not 100% sure on that. But at the time, I got it for 400. It used to be 450. And this one used to be 300, only 150. So for $150, it's half the price of one and more half the price than the other. Is it half the performance? Absolutely not. It's more than half. Is it half as bad? No. I would say it's 75% of the performance, maybe 80%. So it's actually a good factor when it comes to cost to performance. It doesn't get crazy speed. Range, I don't test because my weight, it's at its limit. So I'm gonna get a lot less miles than someone else that weighs 150, 175, whatever. So it's all gonna matter on weight. It has enough pep, it's fun, because technically I went up the hill, just take it off on flat ground, it takes off just fine. I didn't try the lower mode to see if it has more pep or if it accelerates faster. I just automatically had it in sport mode. I didn't want to deal with 10 miles per hour because it just only went to 15. Now, that is, like I said, that isn't a bad thing. So all in all, would I recommend this for the price? 150, yes. If it's $299 or $200, pass. There are other ones that are like 299 to 250-ish range that would beat this technically. So it would be a little bit better. Now, as far as durability, I could probably drop the crap out of this. So the alpha one I've dropped, the red one I've dropped, solid steel. This is solid steel. So the grip is good on here. Like, it has its, you know, really grippy tire. There wasn't really bad. It's just the speed, the performance is the only bad gripe I have about this. You know, doing only 15 and not going faster down a hill kind of bothers me because I want to get that fast speed. I even like lean down. So that was my only gripe. It does 15. I didn't put the speed box in my pocket. I will do, but I guarantee it's 15 miles an hour. It'll do that because it limits itself. So it's going to do up to 15. I don't know if that's the gearing, like I said, or the motor. I can't, there's no way for me to check unless to open up that motor, see if it's truly a 350. I think it's a 350. I think it's a Lauren 350, but that's still fine. It's 350. Could you unlock this? Maybe take that governor going down hills, something with the motor or the way it spins or whatever, you might be able to. It almost sounds like a hill descent assist, kind of like where it's not going to let you just roll out of control really fast speed. Like with the Alpha, I got it up to almost like 26 or 27 going down a hill, and it was still going. Like I had to let off and start apply brake. So that thing is crazy fast. If you want a crazy performing one for under $400, you might be able to get it for better now during the holidays. The Alpha is a beast. That 450 watt hub motor does not play. Obviously, there are better performing ones for like, I think on the holidays, you get them for 11 to 1200. It's called a Valkyrie V1 or something like that. It has 2 motors, and those are like 500 each or 450 each, and it'll do like 35 or 40 miles an hour or something crazy. So there's higher performing ones, of course, but they're higher cost. So in conclusion, $150, can you beat it? Absolutely not. Solid frame, solid everything. Everything's just built. I could tell a kid could drop the crap out of this and it'd still work. I don't know about the range, not that it matters. I wouldn't commute with something like this. I would get a higher class scooter to commute, longer range one, especially something that does at least 15, 20 miles, have that cushion, and of course bring a charger with you, bring a little toolkit. But for 150 bucks, a kid would have a blast with this and it wouldn't be ludicrous speed where it really get hurt. So that's something to think about. So yeah, that's gonna do it. Good old Razor. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If I have any requests for like actual speed tests or any other tests, let me know. It did not rain or anything outside. It was extremely, extremely cold. That will affect the battery performance a little bit. Let me say that as well. I just rode it up and down like 2 or 3 times and it went 1 notch down, but it's gonna go 1 notch while you're driving it to show you that you're using power. Sometimes it'll recover, like it'll go back up. Or I've seen some when you're going down, going up a really steep hill, it'll go from like 3 to 2 and then back to 3 once you get off the hill. So it just all varies. I like the fact that it had an emblem for the cruise control. That was really neat. All the emblems are nice and bright. So all in all, 150, definitely a good price for 150. Don't pay more for it than that, I feel like, in my opinion. So that's gonna conclude this, guys, this video. Don't forget, the giveaway ends January 1st at 5 p.m. You have until then. We'll announce the winner then. We'll, of course, contact you first. Please read the rules in the description. They're very important. You do those things. If you don't do one of those rules, you're going to automatically make yourself ineligible for the prize. Straight up. Like, it's simple. I don't ask for much. Everything is free. It's not hard to do. It takes you a few seconds of your time to just do it. And then, you know, it's a way of saying thank you for supporting us as well. So it goes both ways there. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.